What's up, yo? It's your girl, Andrea Mason, your first choice, your global voice, alumna of Les Brown. Well, I am in the comfort of my own home back after an amazing and crazy 3 days off grid while away on business, but you will see that footage soon enough once I get the approval to share it with you. But I'd like to talk about something a little bit that is significant for me today, which, as y'all have seen across my posts, technology has been a real factor and, if you will, problem for me. I don't know what's going on, whether it's just the understanding and chaos of uploading, downloading, backing up, syncing, and learning new apps. It's just never been my forte. So I want you to stay tuned and learn how sometimes, although things may be difficult, we have the ability to ask questions, but we also have to be mindful that the individuals, entities, and resources we're confiding in for the answers may not truly have a grasp of who you are. So let's jump into it. You ever learn, as for some of you in this population, where you're learning how to drive and you see it, it looks fun, it looks doable, everybody's doing it, and you're excited to do it. And then you sit into the car and you put your hands at 10, 12, if they even do that anymore, on the wheel, and you turn the key in the ignition, push a button nowadays, like I said, with technology, and you are ready to learn how to drive. You've read the manual, you've watched the videos and so forth, only to realize that it's a lot more different doing it, applying it, and putting it into effect, as opposed to studying it, rehearsing it, and practicing it. Well, that's what I've endured over this past probably a couple of weeks, if you will. If you notice, my posts were kind of positive and optimistic because of the craziness of this world, but a little bit unstable and offset, if you will. And I realized that it doesn't have to be perfect. Life doesn't have to be perfect, scheduled, or to the T with all your I's dotted and cross your T's. Every now and then we may need that eraser in life, or that highlighter, or that sidestep or skip a page to really get back on track. And that's what I've endured today, or this past few days. Check out my posts on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube, and my website, andreamason.com, and you'll see some shift in not only the energy, the consistency, or I shall say the frequency, because I have been doing my due diligence, providing you weekly with blogs, podcasts, as well as events. But what has interrupted beyond my control has been the ability to share things in real time, let alone really learn how to manage emotions, distractions, and stressors of life. Now you say, Andrea, you talk all the time about pressing play and about really honing into staying driven, following your vision and following your heart. But truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, regardless if I'm wearing a hoodie, a dress, or pajamas, or just out in the middle of nowhere, my heart still may be shifted. It may be broken. It may be shattered. It may be sensitive. It may be overflowing and unconditional. And it may be a little damaged and scarred. And that's what I want you to take from this video today, this week's video. Although we have milestones, dreams, tasks we need to achieve, 9 times out of 10, if we're not being mindful of our emotions, our mental health, our what's going on inside and how it reacts to others in the world, we may be off the beaten path, And I always talk about the path less traveled, of doing things your way. But sometimes our emotions get in the way, our frustrations, our subconscious, our unconscious, our ego, and even the people we surround ourselves with or confide in. Have you ever asked anybody a question and excited to hear the answer, or excited to learn the resource or the avenue of where you could find it, and all of a sudden you're spoken to in a condescending manner? You're spoken into a negative manner. You're spoken into, how silly are you? It's so simple. It's a 2-3 step process. Or you have somebody that actually knows you or can read you and respond accordingly. Now, look, I'm not telling you to check yourself at the door every single time you encounter somebody. Everybody is human. We all have emotions and a lot of stressors going on. But sometimes the message received may not be the way you want to receive it. But as I talk about Don Miguel Ruiz, he talks about the 4 agreements. Number 1, being impeccable with your word. So if you're getting the answer and responses you're deserved and you're seeking, then just understand it's the word, the information that's being given as you receive it. Number 2, don't take things personally. This is a thing that I've been struggling and working on every single day, not to take things personally. You ever look at a commercial and you're like, oh my gosh, that's me. Or somebody on the street says something or does something, whether regardless of good, bad, or indifferent, you take it personally. Oh, how could they say that to me? How did they know in a positive way? Oh my goodness, how did they know I needed a hug at that moment? And then the 3rd one, don't make assumptions, and that's what we do. We are so digitalized, and this is what is really affecting me over the past couple of days, if not weeks. If you look at my posts and follow me, so much is going on and so much is digitalized that we don't have the emotional component, that empathy, that sympathy, that understanding, that remorse, that unconditional love, that, hey, you know what? This is what you need to know, but let me put it in a way you can understand. And then finally, the 4th agreement that Don Miguel Ruiz talks about is no matter what, do your best. That mirrors of what my parents told me. So I guess what I'm really talking about today in this week's video for y'all, as I wanted to get it in before the midnight hour, and pardon me to those on over the world who have already endured and entered in tomorrow. It's okay. Your emotions are a part of you. That's what makes your DNA, your chemical makeup of who you are, authentically and vulnerable and transparent, and act with integrity. I can sit here and I can talk to people and I can tell people, you know what, I didn't really appreciate that. I don't understand that. That was hurtful. Or, you know what, I know I need the information, but I'm still not grasping it. I'm verbalizing my areas of improvement. I'm verbalizing what my emotions are. I'm verbalizing my needs, wants, or concerns. But that doesn't dismiss that I'm looking for an answer. I'm still going to find a resource or a result. It just may take me a little bit longer. But for those of y'all out there that are, dealing with the roller coaster, the, circus that we're living in, remember, I'm unplugged. And I don't even know what would happen if I was plugged in with everything that's going on. Because this week, this business trip, I was in 3-dimensional and it was amazing. It was epic, y'all. I can't wait for you to see the footage and behind the scenes and all the goods and everything. And thank you for those of you who showed up, supported me, unconditional love. I'm truly grateful, whether it was virtual, in person, or what have you. But I'm not going to change being who I am. I'm sensitive, I'm emotional, I'm stubborn, I'm vulnerable, transparent. Got a lot I'm working with, and I've got a lot to work on and still working on. I'm just asking you to be patient. Look, I give you the real deal. I give you the raw footage inside and out and tell it like it is. That's why I'm here a few minutes shy of midnight here in the States. But just be patient. That's all I ask. Just understand, respect what I'm requesting. I'm not asking you to conform. I'm not asking you to transform. I'm not asking you to change. I'm just asking unconditional love, respect, and understanding. That's all. So if you're out there going through some things, we all got them. We all handle them differently. Self-sabotage, self-medication, sleep, food, whatever it may be. No, you're not alone. And I'm here. Reach out, connect. We may not have victims in the real world, But the biggest victim we all are guilty of having is the victim of our own mindset. So I encourage you today, make the life transformational journey. Choose the path less traveled and choose to press play. Plan life according to you. Reach out. Let's connect. Subscribe, AndreaMasons.com. Like, share, comment, connect with me. I want to walk beside you and let you know that you're not alone. It could be a very dark world out there. You could have all the friends in the world and not one care. Or you could have that one friend, one and only friend that understands, respects, and believes in you. Unconditional love. No excuses, just results. And if you haven't found it, you know where to find it. I'm right here, ready to walk beside you. My name is Andrea Mason, your first choice, your global voice, alumna of Les Brown, creator and innovator of Press Play, Plan Life According to You LLC, global ambassador, international best-selling author, as well as the founder of Bringing the World Together, where I bring pillars and dignitaries all across the world to answer your questions, help you solve your areas of improvement, as well as a podcast, Unleashing the Champion Within. Somehow, some way, someone's listening, someone's watching, and know I'm here. Thank you. I'll see you real soon.